Get ready to dive into a world where empires stand on the brink of war and terrible monsters tear at the fragile borderlands of men. The Adventurer-Conqueror King System Imperial Imprint, or as we like to call it, Acts 2, is now live on Kickstarter. Acts 2 is the new edition of the acclaimed best-selling fantasy role-playing game. You'll find everything you need to enjoy epic fantasy campaigns with a sweeping scope. Whether you want to crawl through dungeons, experiment with alchemy, crossbreed monsters, run a merchant emporium, raise an undead legion, or even conquer an empire, Acts 2 supports your playstyle. Acts 2 integrates experience point mechanics, making campaign activities a seamless part of the core gameplay loop. Your character levels up in new and exciting ways each time you play, adding massive replayability to each of your adventures. Acts 2 offers 18 character classes, 378 spells, new combat mechanics, and so much more. Support Acts 2 on Kickstarter today.
Giant or somewhere in between. Round the table with your friends, playing Dungeons and Dragons. And if life ever knocks you down, your dice will surely turn around. Roll your stats, it's time to quest. Let's put your characters to the test.
Welcome to Knocked Prone, a podcast of high crits, small fits, and varying wits. My name is Cade, and I am the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I am joined here by the players. To my left,
Mason playing Litsea,
Brooklyn playing Litsea,
Danny playing Tess,
Caden playing Blink.
Awesome. As last we left our adventurers, they talked to Hive Master Holly. She tried to convince Oleander that she made the blueprints. The party decided that they were going to prove the innocence of Litsea's father. Tess went into a field and hung out with some bunnies to calm down after finding out that his parents were somewhat evil, and so he spent the last podcast in a field. And then Blink, Litsea, and Lakir went to the library to find the book of Litsea's dad, as well as their own books. They were attacked by Paper Golems as they realized that every employee was gone out of the library. And that's where we left them. We rolled initiative last time, so Blink, it is your turn.
So currently, no real threat immediately in my area.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay. Would you say that I'm aware of this threat at this point? I mean, since I can't really visually see any of them right now, so would I be aware of the danger?
The last thing I said was we need to get out of here now.
That's right.
If that's any information.
Okay, I do remember that. In that case, what I would do is move as close to the door as I could.
Okay.
I'm actually going to use my action to cast Mage Armor.
Oh, perfect.
That's what I'm going to do. And then that will end my turn.
Awesome. Yeah. So your armor glows a color that you choose, I guess. You are now surrounded by this arcane force. And yeah, with that is going to be the Paper Golems' turn. They have formed from these book papers, and they have book covers on their outside, kind of forming their own armor. They look at you, Lakir, and they kind of grit their teeth, but they start walking over to you, and they're both going to swing at you with their slam attack.
Okay. I will use shield.
Perfect. As a reaction?
Yes.
Okay. So your shield's
Good.
up. It's probably good, because that first one...
21 is my AC. Yeah.
Okay. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
22 to hit.
I do, however, gain, because shield is an abjuration spell, I gain temporary hit points equal to the spell level.
Okay, perfect. So the first guy hits you for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then the second guy is going to... Or actually, he's going to swing at you again. This one is not going to hit you, however. He's going to hit his arm into the bookshelf next to you, and the bookshelf is going to wobble wildly, but it doesn't tip over.
Okay.
And then the next golem's going to swing at you and will also miss. And the fourth attack will hit you, though.
Okay.
So you will take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. The one that's standing in front of you is going to kind of meld back into the bookcase, and you can't see it anymore.
Okay, both of them?
Just one of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that is their turn. With that, it is going to be Lakir's turn.
Okay. I will, after taking a couple hits, I'll say, oh god, and start. Can I attempt to climb the bookcase up to the top? And then I will fire a firebolt down towards just the one that I can see.
Those dice are so sick.
Thank you. It's a 14 plus 5, so 19.
Definitely hits.
Okay.
You are going to take an attack of opportunity to leave their space, though, right? Do you leave their space?
Yes. I technically have shield on until the end of the round, so my AC will
Perfect.
be 21 still.
And they miss. So,
And 9 points of damage.
wow. Okay. So the fire hits this golem, and paper is a super flammable substance, and he just goes up and as he takes this damage.
Okay. I would then like to jump to down onto the other side, and actually I won't jump down. I'll stay up and just kind of be problem.
Perfect. And with that, it is going to be Tess's turn. Tess, you are currently upstairs, so you don't really know that things are going down, but you're welcome to travel downstairs if you'd like and see the commotion.
Yeah, I was actually curious. I'm going to roll to see if I hear
Yeah, roll me a perception.
what's going on.
I was on a 20, I think, right?
No.
But then it rolled away. Yeah.
16 total.
Dang. All right, cool. 16, you can, you hear as this paper golem slams its fist into a bookshelf, you hear just this big thud underneath the ground, and you kind of can sense that something's up, because normally a thud would happen, then people would, since it's in a library, shh. So,
But there was no
there was no shh.
No shh. Oh, I
Ominous.
run. Yeah, I think I hear that and I'm suspicious. I'm not like, oh crap, there's a fight. So I'm still walking, but definitely more worried about things.
Okay.
So I'm definitely heading towards the library.
Yeah. With your movement, you can definitely make it down the stairs and into the room if you'd like.
Okay, I knock at the door and wait, and when nobody answers, I'll enter.
Okay. Yeah.
Alrighty. I assume I can see the golems now.
Yeah, you can see one of the golems. One of them has melded into the bookcase.
Oh,
you
okay.
walk in and you see Lakira on top of a bookcase. One paper golem swatting at the flames on itself. Litsea's standing kind of in front of you, and Blink is on his way to the commotion.
Blink, crush.
All right, I'm gonna cast Entangle in that little area right there.
Okay. Do they have to make a dexterity saving throw?
It's a strength.
Strength saving throw. Okay. So one succeeds and one fails. The one that's in the bookcase, since you couldn't really see where he was, you just knew to focus fire. But does fire affect your entangle spell? Because he is quite on fire right now.
DM's choice. Yeah, because the plants would likely be affected, but it does not specifically say.
I'll definitely say that the plants stick for at least a few rounds. So, or at
Yeah,
least
if it
a
continues
round,
burning
so.
for a long time, you could probably be like, oh, and plants die.
Yeah. So, okay. So one of them is now restrained. And is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, should be it. Sorry, I was reading other things about it.
No worries. And with that is Litsy's turn.
Okay, well, never having had an encounter like this before in my life, or even witnessed something like this in person, I definitely panicked for a second and sat there trying to calculate if this, is even something that we're able to take on, and I'm freaking out and everything. But I do also realize this is my time to shine, since these creatures are made out of paper. Following Lakir's lead, I run around the shelf and cast Firebolt as well.
Okay. Awesome. Roll it.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. That definitely hits. Roll damage.
2.
As the flames grow brighter on this guy, as he keeps swatting at his golemy paper arms. But with that, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Litsea?
No.
Okay. Awesome. So we'll jump back around to Blink.
Okay, so hearing all this commotion, I am obviously aware now that there is definitely a threat in the area. So I'm just going to keep making my way around 2 of the bookshelves until I can come to the aisle where I can see the paper golem.
Okay.
I had to resist every fiber in my being from being like, making my way downtown. Just because we talked about that last time.
And then I saw you going like this. I knew exactly what you were thinking about.
Making my way downtown with my staff. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, so now that that's Paper Golems in sight, I am going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh, awesome.
So I hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that I can see within range. I can choose the damage type, so I'm going to choose fire.
Okay.
And I make a ranged spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 damage of the type that I choose.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Roll it.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
Definitely hits.
Okay, awesome. Let me find all my d8s. 18 fire damage.
18 fire damage. Wow. Okay, so you slam that chromatic orb into this paper golem, and the fire, like, it looks bonfire-esque for a moment. This guy is not looking good. He is looking like on death's door.
Okay.
And is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope. That's it. I'm done. I'm good.
Awesome. Okay, so these paper golems, the one that's on fire is going to go first, and he's going to pull out an inkwell and just like slap it all over his pages, trying to like douse the flames. But with that, he's also going to reach out his arms, and he's going to use an attack called Paper Cut, and a bunch of papers are going to fly at Litsea and Blink, since you two are standing next to each other. So Litsea, a 17 to hit,
It hits.
and Blink, 12 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. So you will take half, you'll take full. Litsea, make a Constitution saving throw as this ink cuts into you from the paper.
Natural 20.
Really? Nice. Okay. Blink, you're going to take 4 points of damage. Litsea, you will take... What's 3 halved? Is it 1? It's 1. You will take 9 points of damage.
What's 3 halved? Is it 1? 9.
Well,
I know.
it's the poison damage. So, and with that, that's going to be its turn. The other paper golem doesn't actually come out. He's going to jump from one bookcase to a different bookcase, trying to get a better vantage point to roll its attack against. And with that, that is their turn. So we're going to move on to Lakir.
Okay. I am going to... I mean, I have no damage spells, so
Okay.
I'm just going to cast another cantrip with Firebolt.
Perfect.
23.
That definitely hits.
3 points of damage.
3 points? Okay. The flame grows brighter. He gets down on one knee, and it looks like he cannot really take another hit.
Cool.
Good.
I'm going to try to leap to the next bookcase, and stay on top of it.
Okay. Yeah, so you leap to the next bookcase. Roll me an athletics check.
16.
Perfect. Yeah, you leap agilely to the next bookcase.
Cool.
With that, it's going to be Tess's turn.
Alrighty. Let me just assess everything for a second. Let's see. How's everybody looking?
I look terrible.
You look terrible. How are you looking?
I'm okay.
You looking okay?
Yeah.
I'm hurt, but not too bad.
Like, would you be bloodied? Could I tell
Yes.
you're bloodied?
Yes.
Alrighty. I think so. Good berry. I've never used it before. It says they can eat 1 per action.
For action.
So I can't just
Can't
you
just
eat
shove
10 of
down
these.
10 of these, no.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, no.
That makes sense. Though it'd be a little bit.
Out of combat, you could eat however many you want at a time.
You'll get really bad constipation because that fills you up for a day. So
Yeah.
Sometimes worth it. All right, first I'll cast Cure Wounds on Litsea here. 6. Yes.
You get a
7, 8, 9. So it's 9.
nice.
Hey.
9 health.
Hey, back up to
Hey.
full. What up?
I was like nearly crying on the floor, like my first time getting hit. I'm like nearly dead. And man, I just snapped right back.
So I'll go over back. I think you can kill him. So here, and then I'm gonna duck behind like that in that hallway because I'm so low.
Okay. Make
And
me
like just praying nobody thinks I'm like hiding. But I'm like, I promise I'm just gonna pop out again and try to heal people.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Oh no. 11.
11? You don't see anything. Okay, awesome.
Wait, I yell around the corner like, I owe you one, Tess.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Tess?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, let's see.
Well, back with my regular energetic self, I'm going to cast firebolts again.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
17
A 17 hits.
and 5.
On a scale of, I'm not going to tell you, this guy looks like he's looking like a 1. He has literally 1 hit point left. So yeah, your firebolt hits him in the face. His face catches on fire. He's already on his knees, and he's just looking like he's about to die this next turn. But with that, is there anything else you'd like to do, Litsea?
No.
Okay, awesome. With that, we're going to go around to Blink.
Okay. Seeing both of these monsters right in front of me, would it be safe to say that both of them would not be able to escape my breath weapon? They're within 30 feet, but
Yes.
technically one is in front of the other.
Well, one of them is actually hidden. It's in a bookcase right
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
you could roll it, and I'm going to say it'd probably be very likely that it will hit.
Okay. But that's also risky because what are the chances that I accidentally set this whole library on fire?
Do it.
I mean, I'm curious, like, as the DM, are just the paper golems on fire?
Just the paper golems currently are on fire.
Okay.
None of the books are on fire.
Okay.
All right.
You guys have been quite accurate.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Okay.
So it's a 30-foot cone of fire.
Is it a dexterity saving throw for both of them?
It is, yes.
I'm going to give one of them
Dex save.
advantage because you can't see him.
Okay, yep.
A 15 and a 13.
So my spell save is 13. So
Oh, dang.
Meets beats.
Meets
Yes.
beats. So is
Oh,
it half
okay.
on a
So half on.
save? As you see this guy with 1 hit point left, his life seems to be in your hands, and how would you like to do this?
Okay, so I'm gonna roll my damage real quick. Okay, well, not very much. Do you generally add like if you're casting spells? So I haven't done a lot of spell casting characters like yet. This is really my first one. But if you're casting spells for your damage, do you solely base it off of your rolls, or would you also add, like, let's say if charisma is my spell thingy?
Modifier.
Typically, no.
Okay.
From my knowledge, the only spells that add your spellcasting modifier are healing spells and warlocks with the forceful, like, or agonizing blast or something like that.
Okay.
That it adds it.
Okay, well that's good to know because I only rolled a 2 damage for my breath weapon.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it is
So-
still enough to take 1 paper golem out.
Fantastic.
So
I guess the
and the one that the one that took half, like you see 1 book like catch a blaze, and actually nothing happens.
okay.
So yeah, but one of these paper golems just and all of its paper turns to ash.
Okay, sick.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to move up to where I think that other paper golem is.
Okay, do you want to roll me an investigation check?
I got a 6. Not very good.
Oh, dang. Yeah, you can't really tell where
Okay.
the other... It's invisible-ish, so... Okay, awesome. And with that, it is going to be the Paper Golem's turn. Or Paper Golem. One of them is dead. Rip.
This is more of a burn. That's where you're going.
And actually, the Paper Golem is going to spring out in front of you, Blink,
'Kay.
as you move forward. And it is going to douse some ink on itself as well. And it's going to use its paper cut attack again. So everyone in front of the Paper Golem, that'd be Litsea and Blink, he's going to attack you. Litsea, a 15 to hit, and Blink, an 18 to hit.
That hits.
It definitely hits me too.
Okay. 12 damage to you, Litsea. And 12 damage as well to you, Blink.
Oh no. My guy is down.
Oh, dang.
Same.
Oh, dang. Okay, yeah. So this guy douses himself with a bunch of ink, and the papers come out at you, and you can just feel the acidity of this ink as it courses through your veins, and the pain ebbs in your veins, and you just get knocked unconscious from the pain. And with that is the Paper Golem's turn. It cannot hide because it used its bonus action to ink blot itself. So it is now going to be Lakir's turn.
Okay. I'm going to jump.
You want to roll me a athletics check as you jump back over?
Yay. Doesn't matter. 6.
Okay. You take 1 hit point of damage as you slam into the bookcase, but you are able to claw up to the top of it.
Okay. And then I'm just going to do it again. I'm going to take out my longsword and I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump down and just try to impale the golem with it to try to draw its attention.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 19.
To hit?
Yes.
Definitely
Well,
hits.
19 plus spellcasting. So
Definitely hits.
cool. So it does the weapon's normal damage, which is 9.
9?
And then it also takes an extra 3 points of fire damage.
Okay,
So-
awesome. So 12.
Yes, 9 points. 9 points of slashing damage, 3 points of fire.
Okay, so as you hit this guy, he bursts into flame, and the smoke from his friend and the smoke from himself wafts into the air, and it hits the ceiling, and you hear a beep, 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 and as sprinklers engage in this room, and the windows that are lining the walls have a large steel barricade them, and the door that you guys used to enter also has a large steel safe entering it, and air starts to get sucked out of the room. And with that, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Lakir?
I will. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything. That's it.
It only happened on a 90 or higher. I got a 99.
So air's being sucked out of the room.
Mhm.
So first of all, this is gonna be a little bit of a stretch. Maybe I'm gonna cast Goodberry Run Over and force feed both of these peeps.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and I'm gonna call out, Lakir, give one of these to Blink, and then I'll throw like 5 at you.
He's not even gonna try to catch it and be a little busy at the moment.
It's important. And then I'll run over to Litsea and get ready to feed her next turn.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. With that, Litsea, make the first death saving throw of the podcast.
Bum, bum, bum.
You die.
6.
6. All right. That is 1 failure. You are that much closer to death as the acid from these book ink weld stuff is coursing again through your veins. And we're going to head over to Blink's turn. Blink, make me a death saving throw.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah, natural 20. Definitely not a 1. Don't do that. Natural 20. A 3.
Okay. So you also take a failure in the death saving throw column. With that, it's going to be the Paper Golem's turn. And he's going to go over to Tess, who is standing over Litsea, and he's going to take his slam attack.
Stab him if he does.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right behind him. I was trying to draw his attention away from the group because
Didn't even see you.
yeah,
Sure, he'll turn around and attack you instead.
cool. I'll cast shield as I see him do.
Perfect. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. I rolled a 16 and he has a +5, so that's 21 to hit.
Yep.
I feel terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
And then, that's gonna be a 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep. I am down.
Dang. I rolled max damage on that. That was the most that could happen. I am
Test
so
the boy.
sorry.
Yeah.
So as you fall unconscious, he hits you, and like one good berry gets smushed, and you're just like laying on the library floor with like a halo of good berries above you that you refuse to catch. And with that, it's gonna be Lakir's turn. Lakir, make me a death saving throw.
Sounds good.
I messed up. I thought when you said the smoke went up, I thought they died.
11.
An 11?
Yes.
Okay. Lakir gets a success in the death saving throw.
Alrighty.
Y'all.
At least all of us are not dying right now.
As like you can hear the air from underneath the door go just like constantly getting sucked out of the room. It's a large room, so it'll take a minute, but you know.
But just a minute.
Yeah. This is the failsafe against fire. So anyway, with that, it's going to be Tess's turn.
So Tess, seeing all of his companions down and now realizing that not all the golems are down,
Yes.
he'll start to have a panic look, and then that panic will slowly turn into like a rage in his face, and he will slowly form into a dire wolf and lunge.
And that is the alarm of death. Enemies beware.
Face slowly turns to rage. You see fur start to purr and fur
that
start to come out, and like his face turns into a growl, and I'll lunge at the paper golem.
Okay, awesome. Nobody's conscious to see this, but it looks really, really cool. You know?
I guess I bite. 8 plus 5, that's 23.
Yeah, 18 plus 5 definitely hits.
So that does 9 piercing damage.
Nice.
And it must succeed a DC 13 saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay, it is a large creature. I do believe it will have advantage on that.
Fair enough.
If he's knocked prone, I feel like we need to sing the song.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He had advantage. 2 natural ones. Everyone gain inspiration. He is knocked prone. Everyone gain a point of inspiration. They stack.
Nice.
So if you already have a point of inspiration, you get 2 points of inspiration. Everyone should have one because you're all my friends. So everyone have 2 points of inspiration.
So you're gonna like add in the song right there, right?
Yeah.
You know?
No, the entirety of the B movie, actually. Every time somebody gets knocked prone, we play the B movie. No copyrights needed. We have a deal. Me and Jerry, we're close. Anyway, so he's knocked prone. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Tess?
No, but I will be ready to just continue eating him
Okay.
in a moment.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're like the taste of wet paper is in your mouth as you're chomping on this guy.
I
Just
love
this
it.
Yeah. Let's see. Make me a death saving throw. I wish the podcast could see your lip quivering.
Ooh.
Ew.
A 2?
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, let's see. That is another failure in the. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, Blink. Go ahead and make me a death saving throw.
Okay. An 8. Oh man.
Okay. This is not good. Okay.
There's good berries everywhere.
There's good berries everywhere. Just somebody roll onto them.
Into our mouths.
And with that, it's going to be the Paper Golem's turn. Is he grappled by you, technically, since he's in your bite?
He's just knocked prone.
Knocked prone? Okay. He's going to stand up. and he's going to do his slam attack at you, Danny. Sorry, Tess. A 7 to hit.
7 does not hit.
Okay, awesome. He will try to slam at you again. That time, a 22 to hit.
That one hits.
That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage against you. And that will be its turn. Lakir, go ahead and make me a death saving throw.
Is that a natural 20? Check it. I think it is. It is.
A natural 20, you're back up, my boy. Okay, awesome.
Is that,
So that's not your action, so it doesn't. It
doesn't?
It
Okay.
doesn't. So getting up is half your movement, but that's it.
okay, I will kind of like jerk awake and just be furious and once again just go for my green flame blade.
Okay,
Um,
roll it.
So 12?
12 to hit.
Yes.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, and then
Dang.
does mage armor go down when I do?
Does it require concentration?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh no,
think so.
it's just for 8
It's
hours.
just for 8
No.
hours.
Oh, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
still up.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually don't know, but I'm gonna say it's still up.
Okay. I will just stand there.
Okay.
Can't do
Perfect.
anything else.
Awesome. And with that, it is Tess's turn.
How's this paper golem looking? You're just curious.
Bloodied.
Bloody.
Bloodied, but not dead.
Inky.
Inky.
Well, growling angrily, I'll viciously just lunge at it, trying to like rip out its throat if whatever it has is a throat.
Okay, roll with advantage.
13 plus 5, that is 18.
18 hits.
Sweet. That'll be 14 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Alrighty, I just want to like rip his throat out from under his head, so like the head of the golem like falls off
Okay.
as I like just kind of tear its support out from it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you rip the papers out from this golem, and it like lets out this big as it crumples into just a heap of papers, and water falls from. It's very cinematic as water falls and covers these papers and ruins them. But with that, we are now out of combat. If you'd like to put good berries in everyone's mouths to...
Please do.
Yeah, I will assist with that.
Alrighty, so once I like am like sure the column's dead, you see like the form slowly shift back to Tess as he's just like kind of curled up on a ball on the ground, like just very disoriented and confused and a little bit scared. But then knowing that there's a lot of stuff going, we'll get up and run and get a good berry and put it in Blink's mouth. I think I'm closest to now.
Okay. Yeah. So you put a good berry in Blink's mouth, and like you hold the top of his head in his jaw, and like force him to chew on this good berry.
Sorry, I don't know if you can do this on your own.
And you regain 1 hit point, as well as a level of exhaustion from being knocked unconscious.
And I look
So
at
I think
I look at Tess and I say, "Well, that is not the first time, unfortunately."
Nor will be the last.
Yeah.
with the party spellcasters, don't expect to live long.
That was close. I was like, I'm like trying to think of a way.
We're still in a room that is being deprived
Yeah,
of
that's true.
oxygen.
That's true.
I will
we
run
are
over
not.
as well and grab one of the good berries if I can find one on the ground and like see that what he's doing to Blink. I'll shove it into Litsy's mouth and like force her to chew as well.
Okay. You pop up with 1 hit point as well as a level of exhaustion. Yeah, with that, you are still in this library. All the fires have been doused by the sprinklers, but and air is still being siphoned slowly out of the doors.
In my time in the library,
Yes.
would I have read or known about this safety precaution and like where to begin to disarm it?
Roll me a history check with advantage, sir.
Actually really good. Natural 19 for 24. 24.
Well, you definitely don't know. With 24, you remember glancing over a manual somewhat of the library and seeing a page about the fire safety page, as well as a fail-safe on the door that would require some maneuvering in order to disarm the failsafe to stop it from happening.
Okay, so like after I see any type of movement from Litsea, I will basically just like I had her like in my arm for a bit, forcing her to chew, and I'm just going to drop her back down to the ground and instantly get up, focused, and like take a look at the door and see what's there.
Okay. Yeah. So you see a mechanism on the door. It kind of has like a box over the door, like it's a. So you'd have to reach your arm in it,
Okay.
or do something else, to like try and get to the locking mechanism part.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me a DC 10 dexterity check with disadvantage since you have exhaustion, to try and fumble around to find this lock mechanism.
I think that's a 5 and a 7, so 10. Yeah.
10. Okay, you find a little...
Oh, sorry, disadvantage 8.
Oh, you don't find anything. Yeah, you like reach your hand and jostle around a bit. You get frustrated because you're like, the book made this look so easy. I just kind of glanced over it because I figured this was like child's play, but you cannot find it.
Okay.
And what are the rest of you doing? Well, Lakir's over here.
I would have been like watching him
Okay.
since he seems to know what's going on and I don't.
The three of you who aren't working on the locking mechanism notice as the air is being sucked out of a room, the vacuum that it's creating is kind of causing a cabinet that's next to the door to slam open and shut just gently. But that's what you notice. So what? Who would like to do something next?
So I'm going to actually use my hit dice to regain some hit points in case we happen to come across anything that might hurt us or do any actions that might hurt us. So I'm going to do that real quick.
Okay, so you kind of like take a meditation pose and start to take your short rest to do that. Okay, perfect. And then Tess, Litsea, is there something you'd like to be doing?
I'm still totally in a daze, so I'm still waking up, but I'm sure I'll
Perfect.
join whatever's going on in a moment.
Tess?
All right, I'm going to run.
Oh, you're still in your wolf form. Are you
No.
transferred out? Okay.
I transferred out. I'm going to run over. I'm going to grab like a handful of the berries I would have dropped when I transformed and just shove them in my pocket and then make a perception check for perhaps any weak structural locations. 14 plus my 3, so 17.
Unfortunately, it looks like the library is pretty down pat. Like they've got it under control. They don't get fires very often, but they're prepared for fires. So
Is the door to upstairs one of the doors that's like blocked off now?
the only door.
It's the only door.
Oh,
One way in, one way out. And
I
that's
see,
the
I
door
see.
that has air sucked out of it, getting sucked out of it.
I see.
The windows also have air sucking out of them. But
I'm going to try to like place myself on the door to like block the air suction.
okay, yeah, roll nothing. You're assisting Lakir.
I'm going to go and say Phoenix and snap and have him. You guys, a fox that you guys have never seen before, starts running down and then suddenly just disappears in a puff of blue smoke. And I go towards the box and I snap again, and he reappears up there. And I'm going to basically say, try to disable the lock if you can. Can he try?
roll me an animal handling check first with disadvantage.
Okay.
To see how well he hears
Well,
your orders.
he knows, as part of the Find Familiar spell, I can
gotcha.
speak to him telepathically, and he understands any orders I give
okay.
him.
That's fine. Roll me your fox's intelligence or dexterity something.
Sorry, I know this is
No, that's
weird.
fine.
I don't know what a fox's dexterity is.
What does a fox sound like? What does a fox say?
Ding, 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 ding.
Is it like a chirp? Like chirp, chirp?
It's like a
Like a little. It's like. I think they kind of bark a little
it's
bit,
a
don't
bark
they?
with
Like-
meow type of. It's like a mix of a cat and dog. But he rolls a natural 14.
Okay.
I don't know what his dex is, but I'd assume it's not anything less than
Yeah.
10.
So he like crawls into this box and starts fiddling with the mechanism. And he can get to the mechanism, but that's not the only check he'll have to make in order to do that. But
Okay.
he's there.
Okay.
And he kind of relays telepathically back to you. I don't know if he's allowed to do that, but he does anyway. And like he's tells you that he's got the mechanism in his tiny little paws.
A fox's dex is +2.
So 6.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
An
if-
intelligence check for your
Yeah,
fox
oh yeah, sure.
to try to see if he can figure out how to do this.
You want to tell me what a fox's intelligence is too? Sorry. Oh, well, it's not as good.
It's -3.
Is it really?
Dang.
4.
Ooh. Okay. Fox is like, I don't understand this, and with that, like more air is getting sucked out, and you guys are noticing that like you're starting to get lightheaded a little bit.
Come.
Okay, so it sounds like I'm starting to get like a grasp of what's happening. What is like the like dex maneuver you're trying to make to get to the lock?
So
As I watch,
there's,
like, the
there's a
fox.
box that has a hole in the top of it. You reach your arm into the hole. The dex maneuver is to try and find the locking mechanism.
Ooh.
And then you make an intelligence check to try and see if you understand the locking mechanism and how it works. And then you'll make a sleight of hand check in order to unlock the locking mechanism.
Okay.
So that's the line of how things go.
So, one nice thing is now that the fox has found it, we kind of have a way to know where it
the
is.
fox has his hands around it, so you would easily be able to find it. Like, no worries. Not even
So
a roll.
I'll like point that out, be like, oh, I think the fox is on the lock. Perhaps that's where it is. Do you want to reach where it is?
I'll reach out and I'll grab Tess on the shoulder, and I'll use another feature of Find Familiar, and as long as it's within 100 feet, I can see through its eyes into what it sees.
Oh, nice.
So I want to look in, and am I able to see the lock? And
Yeah.
like, would it be different than my fox's intelligence check since I'm looking at it, or would it still stay the same?
I'd give it your intelligence since you're technically commanding it and everything. So yeah, if you wanted to mess with the lock with your intelligence,
Okay. Disadvantage?
disadvantage still because you're exhausted.
Still good. 10.
A 10 unfortunately does not get it.
Okay.
Blink, or I guess you'd still be taking your short rest, right?
Yep.
And then Litsea, are you still in a stupor?
No, so I'm observing everything that's going on, and I think I would like to try my own hand at figuring out the lock.
Okay.
Also, I do want to like communicate with everyone while simultaneously asking you a question as the DM. And I don't know if they know that I have a bag of holding. So do they know that? Maybe it's something I recently attained.
I think you told us something about it last time because we hid the blueprints that were torn. and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
did
So
say
they do
something.
know, yeah. And so, well, first I should ask before I role play it is, I know that you have a minute of breath in the bag of holding. Is that right?
I think it's
A minute of air, 5 minutes of air,
Yeah, it's 5 minutes of air in the bag.
and technically we could all fit in it, right?
yeah, but it would require air being outside in order to have air in it, right? Because that's how a bag
Well, it's a
works.
bag, right? It's closed.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. So currently it has
So-
5 minutes of air in it.
And if it's infinitely large, I mean, at least I don't know. It's your call. It's your
The
call.
time is ticking.
But this is what I'm going to communicate to everyone else. So, if any of you start to get lightheaded, please use the bag of holding to be able to jump in and grab a breath of air for a while. I think if we all work together, we'll be able to unpick this lock, hopefully. But in the meantime, just know that this is going to be here for anybody who needs to use it. So, I'm going to have my bag of holding out and about, and then I want to attempt to pick the lock as well.
Okay. Roll me a intelligence check.
I'll get out of her way and snap Phoenix onto my shoulders.
Yeah. So Phoenix, your hand kind of goes into the hole, and like you feel where Phoenix's hand or paws were, and so you're easily able to find where the lock was. Now roll me an intelligence check.
8.
Unfortunately, you don't understand this lock, but that is interesting that you have the bag of holding.
Would you be able to send your fox friend to get help? Is that a possibility?
I will take a look around the room. Is there any holes that I feel like he would be able to fit through?
Make me a perception check.
Unnatural 1. No, sorry. 3.
You're good. So as you're looking around the room, you don't really see anything, but you get this this ear-splitting sound of ringing goes into your head, and you get this headache as you hear this pulsating ringing coming from the end of this hallway here.
Okay, I'll take a look down. I'll just start kind of walking towards it while trying to cover my head.
You see at the end of this hallway is a large brick wall, and on it is etched "Employees Only."
Okay.
While he's checking that out, I have a new idea. There's windows, isn't there?
They're also covered by the steel plates, but yes,
How wide are the steel plates?
they cover them. Like it's like a
Like it's like completely covered. Oh yeah, because with the lockdown and everything that happened. I didn't say anything. That was just a stupid thought.
no. There are no stupid thoughts.
I would have seen that.
You have
but-
limited air going on right now. Your intelligence is slowly decreasing.
So, sensing that the air is dropping, not knowing for sure if it's going to help, but I'm going to like do a run through around and like try to give everybody resistance because I have the resistance cantrip. So I'll run around, give everybody resistance before.
Resistance to dying.
Maybe I'll breathe a little longer.
Roll me a natural 20, and it happens.
2.
Okay.
So I assume there's no saving.
no
throws.
saving.
Okay, so it's useless, and then I'll go back at the lock.
Okay.
Maybe give it another go.
Yeah, roll me a dexterity or intelligence check.
17 plus 1, 18.
Nice. Okay, you find this lock and you suddenly just know exactly how it works. Like maybe it's the fight or flight response from depraved oxygen, but either way you understand this lock. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check to see if you can unlock it.
15.
Unfortunately, with a 15, you don't understand and your knees start to get wobbly from lack of air. And like seconds away from maybe passing out. So
How long am I going to be?
you
Taking a
are
rest for.
totally good to finish your short rest. You meditated. It was awesome.
Okay.
Your breathing slowed, so you don't really necessarily feel like the lack of air until you get up, and then your breathing starts to pick up again, and then you feel the thinness in the air. But yeah,
Okay.
you can you're free to move about the cabin.
Okay, so what I want to look for is obviously there's sprinklers
Right.
going off, and so then there's water on the floor.
Right.
So I want to maybe make like a perception check, specifically looking for if there's a spot that this water is traveling to on the floor, possibly leading to a drain or something, or a way down instead of,
Yeah.
anywhere else. So
Roll
that's-
me perception.
a 10.
A 10?
Yes.
Okay. So you see water traveling in a direction, it is streaming, like it is definitely going somewhere, but you can't really tell where it's going.
Okay. I guess for now I'll just move in the direction of where it's going and maybe try my luck again later. So whereabout would you say? What direction?
It is moving towards the east of the room.
Okay.
So the lock has been found. Tess,
Can I
you
try
can
to express, the
Yes.
intelligence
Yes.
portion?
You can explain how the lock works, making the DC lower, and with that, anyone is welcome to try it.
I'm going to continue going down the hall towards the ringing.
Okay.
And you said there was a brick wall.
Yes, and it says employees only.
I'm going to just try to push on it.
Okay. You push it and nothing happens, but you get a faint sense that maybe there's some magic around it.
Okay. I will...
9 3/4.
Yes, run straight at it.
I do have one spell left, so I will use Detect Magic to attempt to understand. Mostly, I'm trying to glint what kind of magic it is and if there's any area where it's localized. 2 and 3, so 7 for Arcana.
Okay.
The Detect magic does tell me what type of
Right.
magic it is.
I was just gonna give you some extra bonuses
Gotcha,
if
gotcha.
you rolled higher. So you notice it is somewhat of an illusionary magic thing going down. It doesn't seem to be a wall, but there seems to be a way to get through it. But that's all you glean.
Okay.
With that, Litsea, Tess, would you like to try your luck at the lock again? The sail face or fail safe. The fail safe mechanism.
Yeah, I like out of like my frustration, I like compulsively like almost like shove Tess out of the way because you describe like sort of how it
and
works
I'll just
and
be
everything.
describing like I think like you just have to reach your arm up, go around this thing.
You just gotta feel it. Keep your eye on the ball, man.
Yeah, so
Be
I
one
like
with the
shove him
law.
out of the way, and despite being not very dexterous, I'm going to attempt it anyway.
Roll me an intelligence check, no longer with disadvantage because Tess. Yes,
Oh, gotcha.
To understand
so just
the lock.
regular,
Just
intelligence?
regular, straight, because Tess has described it to you now, so it would be with advantage.
14.
A 14 with the spell save DC being lower because Tess explained it to you. You are now able to understand it, and if you'd like to make a sleight of hand check to try and unlock it,
9.
unfortunately.
Oh man.
Okay, so
And-
again, with the same exact frustration, I walk to the nearest wall. Are the wall? What are the walls made out of?
Brick. But as you start walking towards the wall, your eyes go hazy and you get knocked unconscious. And that's where we're going to end for today's session.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to Knocked Prone. Man, every single time I'm like, man, this is my favorite session. But like every time it keeps getting better. So that was a great encounter. I was 1000% sure all of you were going to die for a second. And I homebrewed those paper golems. I'm like, oh man. You level up, by the way, because that's how hard those paper golems were for you guys. But that's exciting. So we'll deal with that next session. But
Right, we'll level up, but we'll be dead.
yeah, right, exactly.
At least we died level 3.
Yeah, happy days. If you like our show, go ahead and give us a review. But if you can't give us a podcast review, go ahead and refer us to a friend because if we love D&D, you love D&D. Let's spread the love of D&D. But with that, my name is Cade, and I'm the host and DM of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition adventure, and I'm joined here by the players.
Mason playing Lakir.
Brooklyn playing Litsea.
Danny playing Tess.
Caden playing Blink.
Awesome. And we want you to remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you got to do is keep rolling. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.